Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the JK But Gay Show. This is our final episode of the JK But Holiday miniseries. I'm really excited, and this is also the last show of our set.
This is the last for 2025.
Gosh.
What's the name of the episode?
New beginnings, but gay.
Yes.
So we're all the things as it relates to how, as gay individuals, we have started over multiple times.
Yeah.
New Year's is right around the corner, and how that what it all means for us as gay Latino individuals. But
yeah,
how are you, Kendrick?
I'm good. How are you? Things are good on my end. I'm excited to talk about this because I like the idea of starting over and new beginnings. New Year's is my favorite holiday. I will get on this in just a second, but the week before New Year's, I spend a whole time just sort of meditating and analyzing my life, and it never turns out like I plan it. But anyway, so I'm
wait, the year or
yeah.
like got it. Okay.
The year and then the goals that I have. I'll get into that on
we'll talk about that. But yeah. I love that you do that because I love that you do that. I'm breaking my neck. I love that you do that because that actually got me to do the goal setting. Because I was definitely like a resolution type of person, but it was always like, I'm gonna eat healthy, or like I'm like almost
you need smart goals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I needed those smart goals. So now that's what I do. So I'm really excited about this. And also like, it's almost that time. New year, new me.
I know. We'll get into that because I love that part. But I have a question for you because I think, when we were thinking about planning this episode, why do you think gays are so good at starting over?
I really do believe it's because we do it so often.
Yeah.
We've done it our whole lives almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially as as individuals, as young individuals, not knowing what did it really mean to be gay.
Yeah.
And then when we came out, we started over.
Yeah.
And then when we met our first partner or something, we started over. Like we had to, like, this is a very new thing that we're doing. When we started going out, I think it happens across a lot of different spectrums. Like, it's not just specifically for gay individuals, but being gay as a completely different level for us.
Right.
That it's like, there's the trauma that comes with it. Mm-hmm. There's the scaredness that comes. Is scaredness a word? Did I make that
Fear.
up?
Come here.
I felt that too.
You felt your gana?
I did. Oh.
Anyway.
New year, new me. Shedding the old ganas.
I know.
But yeah, like I feel like there's like that sense of fear and trauma that lives within us that we're having to do all the time. So then it makes us more resilient. Yeah, literally resilient in the sense of like, we're not afraid to do it.
I think it's really interesting when people say that gay people are resilient because I do believe it's true, but I don't think we had any other choice.
It was that or
sense?
Nothing.
Like,
yeah.
And I think about that a lot too when they call communities. I used to work in emergency management, right? Primarily.
Right.
And that's why I would allow them to call people resilient. I'm like, sometimes they had no other choice but to survive.
Literally.
And so that's what I like to think about too when it comes to us, because I feel like we've always had to just fucking survive.
Literally.
And
if not,
we're
gonna sink.
Yeah. So that's what it took for us. So I always think it's really interesting because I don't know if you mentioned this, but even at work once excuse me, we've talked about this before on the show, but at work, once you come out, you start all over. You start all over because people are going to treat you differently. They are for good or for bad or for good, right? Yeah. They're for good or for bad. Not me being Jake. They're gonna.
It's backwards.
Yeah. They're gonna treat you differently, right? And I think that's why gays are really good at starting over. And if you've seen our show, you'll know that we talked about starting over and all of these opportunities. I think a lot of times we position this show as being something where you can see every angle of what it means to be gay men for us, gay Latino men for us.
Yep.
And that's the one message I think I want people to go away with, is that it's not a story of like, woe is me or poor me, of just like, these are just the realities of what we face. And we're stronger because we're talking about this and having these conversations with other gay men as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And funny you say that, like with work. Yes. Like not just starting a new job or like starting at a new company. Cause I haven't done that in a while. Like I've been with my organization for 8 years at this point. But it's like when a new person starts.
Oh yeah.
Or like when a new like department or like their leads start, and then like having to do it all over. So you could be at the same organization.
Do what like, all over? You can hide being gay?
Yes.
Yes.
See.
Yeah. I think about that too, because when it comes to like workplace, it's illegal to discriminate based on sexual orientation.
They say that.
That doesn't mean it's not happening.
It's a line on a page.
It doesn't mean that behind the scenes, they're not looking for something to say, I don't like that person because they happen to be gay, or their ability to be certain things, or like putting you in a box too. I think that's when it comes to being gay, you're often put in a box. And I know a lot of gays hate that. And I think it stems from people assuming that we're all the same, and we're not. We're not a monolith. We're not all the same. There are some commonalities. Yes.
Right.
Yes. A lot of us like Beyonce, right? Yes. A lot of us, live a certain way, right? Or like to go out or don't like to go out.
Right.
Well, people automatically assume we like to go out.
Right.
But I think that it's the box that kind of makes people anxious, right? Of not being, and it's a lot, like I said before in the previous episode, it's a lot of pick me, a lot of like, I'm not like the other gays.
Right.
And I'm like,
I am me.
Look, first of all, you don't win anything by saying I'm not like other gays. You don't. There's nothing that you win. No one's going to look at you differently. The outside world is still going to see you as a gay man. Now I get it. We love our individuality and everybody should be treated as an individual. But I think there's a lot of people that look down on other gays and are just like, I'm not like those gays. And I'm like, so then what are you?
Are you straight?
Well, do you do certain things differently? Do you perform certain things differently?
Like how?
Right. Like what's so different about it? But I think that's something that happens a lot. And I think for starting over, I really like the idea of starting over. I've always loved the idea of starting over. And I think that's why I like New Year so much.
Yeah.
Is because the idea of being able to clear the slate and like continue growing and continue being a better person, I think is something really exciting.
Do you think that's why like gay individuals, we do tend to do it often?
I think it is not something that has to do with me, but I think, we talked in previous episodes about the competitiveness that gays have.
Correct. Yeah.
I turned that competitiveness at myself and do it in a healthy way, and said like, it took a lot of work. It took a lot of therapy, but that's why I'm so goal oriented. Because I'm like, what ways can I improve who I am as an individual, as a person?
Yeah. And that's so interesting, because even at work, like I'm very goal oriented. Well, no, goal oriented, but like smart goal oriented.
Yeah.
And sometimes my peers are like, "Oh no, like it's okay. We don't track that." And I'm like, "The fuck we do?"
But
we don't.
The reason why you have to track those things is because some workplaces will start acting brand new. Of like, and no, I'm going to give you the exact amount. What is it that it takes to do this?
For this,
and you let me know so that I can reach that point.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think as gay men, though, not that that's unique to gay men, but I think we're better suited to do that type of thing. That's why there's a lot of gay men that are high performers, because there are a lot of gay men that are high performers.
I mean, y'all are looking at two right here.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I have a question about work, right?
Oh, okay.
I, in previous jobs, have been the personality hire. Mm-hmm. I've been starting over, right? I made sure that I wasn't that in future jobs. And
what made you confirm that? Like that you were the personality hire?
Because the culture left when I left.
Oh, damn.
And I was the only person of color, one of the only people of color in that job. And I looked back at the work and what I did and was like, there's nothing particular that I did that was
above and or like change worthy or interesting.
Right. So I've made myself not be the personality hire. I'm a badass worker who happens to have a personality, but yeah. I also leave. I've said this before. I leave things at home, and that's the best part about new beginnings. Is because I had jobs previously where where people knew every aspect of my life, and now I think I've said this before. I only have, I think, one coworker. I've had other coworkers mention the show, but it's because they've seen the reels, which is kind of a flex.
That's
such a flex. That's such a flex for them to be like, "Oh my God, is this you? It looks like you." And I'm like, "Of course it's me. Of course it's me."
You're part of the algorithm.
Right. It's successful, but so I like the idea of starting over because I think it's refreshing. Yeah. It's refreshing. And it makes, I think as gay men, we don't have to be the same person for the rest of our lives, and we're able to evolve and we're able to be different. But I think I interrupted you. Were going to say something?
I forgot.
Oh, okay. This usually happens. If it's your first time watching the show, you'll know that this happens a lot. That I sort of like bulldoze, and then Jake's like, "Wow, I didn't get to say anything that I wanted to say." But yeah, but in our next segment, we'll go into how Latino culture has to shape all of that.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Thanks again for joining us today. This is our last episode of the year, so make sure that you're liking and make sure that you're subscribing to our channel. We'll be back soon, but for now, make sure you're sharing the episode and the show with people that you love because we know that they'll love it too. All right. So you're all hearing from me a lot today because it was just like back to back, me. But for segment 2, we wanted to specifically talk about how the Latino culture shapes or limits how we are beginning again or starting over or new beginnings with ourselves. So have you ever experienced that? Do you feel like it's hard do you think your family sees you similarly or do they grow with you?
Some do, some
okay.
don't. I feel like that's a very gray answer.
Yeah.
But I do think in a nutshell, like I do feel like a lot of my family members, they're very open to like me growing, essentially. Of like, oh, okay, like that was you back then. Like, all right, this is you now. And it's not just like,
you used to date women, now you date men.
It's not just that.
Yeah.
It's not like you used to have, colored hair, now you don't. But it's literally like they're like, oh, like this is him. Like this is.
You used to be chunky.
I used to be chunky, and now I'm skinny-ish.
Skinty.
Mm-hmm. That's another story.
Yeah. A whole nother episode.
Well, Thanksgiving just passed, so
yeah,
that's that. But
a month ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I'm still feeling it. But no, yeah, I definitely do feel like I'm very lucky in that sense because like a lot of my family, they'll just like, okay, like this is how it is. There are some people.
Yeah.
And for those of you who have kept up with our show, if you haven't, definitely start from episode 1, season 1. But my mom has sometimes been that person that's like reluctant to change.
Oh,
and so
for you,
like for me.
Oh, okay.
For me. And so I do feel like that sometimes is tough.
In what way? Do you mind sharing one example?
No. Like, I mean, like definitely my mom, like, as y'all know, my coming out story, I had some trials and tribulations with my mother. We have since passed a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I feel like my mom is very much, I want to say not stoic. I guess like structured. So like
slow moving, maybe
slow moving. Yes. Sloth like. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
but it's still progress.
It is a progress. Mm-hmm. I will say that. That's a good point. That's that's a very good positive point that my mom is very open to it.
Yeah.
It just takes a while to get there. And I'm not patient,
no,
as we know.
No.
So that sometimes does hinder as far as like the culture and like the Latino dad culture in general.
Yeah.
Of having family members that may not change or as quickly as you, and then you kind of feel stuck sometimes, or that they don't understand you, or like whatever the case may be. And so then it becomes like a little bit of a cycle of like reluctant to change. And I have gone through a lot of therapy to be like, nope, we're gonna do it anyways. Whether like if you have a problem with it, that's exactly what it is. That's your problem. Like, because I'm doing this the way I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But how about for you? Like,
I think for me, it's really hard for, especially in Latino cultures. I think they put a label on you and you sort of live with that label for the rest of your life. It's funny when you're younger, right? When they call you like gordis or like flaca.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck in that label. But that's not what I mean. I mean that, you know, if there's, it also comes out a lot when there is sort of a disagreement or like fighting, right? Because I think for me, when it comes out the most is, I think a lot of my family, both extended and immediate family, judge me by the person that I was 15 years ago, 10 years ago, more than the person that I have evolved into. And I think that's because they don't have the same evolution, and it makes them sort of like, it's an easy target, right? But because for me, I think there are ways that I handle situations now that I just wouldn't have handled the same way before as any person, right? We would grow.
Right.
I think a lot of that was like, I'm still stuck in that label of like, you always do things like this, or you always react this way. And I'm like, I've done a lot of work. I've paid a lot of money on therapy to not react this way. And I think you're just like using talking points that you've had from 10 years ago. But that happens a lot, like of just, so I'm like, don't put me in that category. Don't put me in any of that, because I think in my family, I've sort of seen that where they just kind of like, especially I have cousins that will often say like, you act like you're better than me. And I'm like, I have never given that signal to you ever. I have never given that signal to you. Yes, we're different. I am better than you, but I've never put you in that place. Right. So a lot of what we're hearing is like, that's you projecting onto me. I have never given that to you ever.
Right. That's what I feel like that's what it is. It's the projection,
right?
Of like however that other person is feeling. Or again, with my mom, like as it relates to me, like my mom is a little bit more reluctant to change, and I'm just like, okay, well, sorry, go to therapy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's another sort of message, right? Is we all need to. I feel like a lot of my therapy is deprogramming a lot. Excuse me, a lot of things that I learned growing up.
Yeah. Starting all over again.
Like being Latino in general, it's a lot of that sort of deprogramming, and I think that's the best part about starting over is we're able to deprogram,
right?
But it's hard for your loved ones and your family to not see you that way, and that's been a good part about. It's actually what I love about starting over in relationships. I feel like my partner and I start over often, and I don't mean that we're like cleaning slate, but what I mean is that like we're entering a new phase of our relationship.
Yep,
and I think that's okay. I think we love that. We love doing that.
I think if you don't, that's not good.
Right.
Actually.
Yeah. You're stuck in your ways.
Yeah. Like, because I know, like, I am not the same person I was when I started dating my husband.
No.
At all. Neither is he.
No.
But we have, I mean, obviously we've stuck with one another, but like we like encourage those changes. We encourage each other to like, we push each other, whether it's a new job, which it doesn't have to happen often between us, but like,
he just threw shade at me.
Is this a projection? I didn't say it
because I'm good.
No, but I mean, I
don't know. Is it
as it relates to like anything, or as far as like whatever change may be happening or starting over? And I think it's really healthy as far as like us sometimes purposefully or just not purposefully. Like it's just like life is thrown at you, and then we have to do something. And for example, like with my husband and I, like, we had foster kids at one point. That was a huge change. And then after that experience, like we decided to change again. Like our minds shifted, and we were like, okay, we're going to hold off until this age. And then we're going to talk about it again. When we talk about it again,
it could be very different.
And we're going to change again. We're going to start all over again.
Yeah.
But I think specifically for like my relationship with my husband, like we really, and embrace it. We embrace that change, and we're like, okay, sometimes we may not like it, but let's do it. We're going to do it together. And so I think it's very healthy that y'all do that.
Oh yeah.
Whether it's intentional or not, but like, it's just something that a lot of people should do, because the longer you're with somebody, you're going to change.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
I think that's something that I would say specifically to the gay men out there, is that it's okay to change. You don't have to stay in the box that the world has created around you, that your family has created around you, that your friend group has created around you. It's okay to evolve. And it doesn't mean we have to keep these labels that were put on us from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Or even recently, right? It's okay to keep evolving and becoming a better person. And I think that's what therapy taught me. I wish if I could do one thing in this world, it would like give every gay man therapy in this world. I think it would make things a lot better. I
love that. The gay community would be like,
golden. And instead, we're reacting to the traumas that other people put on us. And I think that's what I heard someone say this recently. It's like that your trauma isn't your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. And I love that because, especially as gay men, our healing is up to us. We can stay in all of our traumas and the things that affected us growing up in our life, in our work, but it's our responsibility to make sure that we're healing. So that's the best part about starting over.
Yeah. And I'm curious, like, what do you think about labels?
And which ones? It depends.
I ask that because I'm like, I do think that like the Latino culture they embrace labels, or like we like to make labels. We like to label people, good or bad.
Yeah.
Also in the gay community, we like to have a label. Like, is that person gay? Is that person bi? Is that person lesbian? Like,
they top or bottom?
Are they top or bottom? Top or bottom? Are they a side, or whatever the case is, verse, or whatever the case is? But yeah, like I feel like we live in a world of labels, so I want to be like against labels, but then I'm also like, I do like a label.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind a label, but also like how can we get past it?
To me, the solution to labels is call people what they want to be called.
Yeah.
In every sense.
I want to be called Verse Kendrick.
But it's really important that we do. Good Lord. See, but there's also gays that are delusional, right? That will lie to your face. Do not be gaslit by this man. Do not allow him to gaslight you.
Oh my gosh.
But what I mean by that is that there's a lot of situations where, people don't want a label put on them.
Right.
And so it's important to call people what they want to be called. For me,
This is true.
Especially like when I think of our show was developed as gay Latinos, right?
Right.
I am Latino first before I'm gay. And I think that that's a label that I never want taken from me. I always want to be known as a Latino man.
First, yeah.
No matter what situation I'm in, if I'm at work, if I'm, at home or in relationships with friends, Latino comes first. That is the first thing. Now, I think when it comes to being gay, that doesn't need to show up in the same way to me. And it's interesting, right? Because it's like, I feel more at home with Latinos than I do with gays.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel most comfortable with Latino gays.
Yeah.
I will always feel more comfortable with Latinos than I will with gays, because that means when it's just gays, there are a lot of white gays involved, and there are white gays that I have absolutely nothing in common with. Yeah, except for the fact that we both are homosexuals.
Yeah, both like it in a certain area. Of your
Damn. And he swore his verse. But anyway,
that's so true. Really quickly, just because I feel like I'm almost the opposite. Like as far as like
it's because you want to be white.
No, that is not me. I think because I'm also like just growing up in San Antonio, it's just like everyone here is primarily Hispanic.
So do you relate more to gay men than you do Latinos?
I feel like I do. Although I never thought about that actually.
Think about if they weren't Latino gays.
Like literally the first thing that comes to mind is like, do you know Selena?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know why that comes to my mind. Like if someone doesn't like know Selena, then I'm like, okay, yeah, we can't be friends. But
that's so superficial. Yeah.
I don't know why that came to my mind. Like if you like literally like, I feel like that because that is such a culture thing for me.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of different things, but I feel like as it relates to comfortability, I do feel more comfortable when there's gay individuals.
Yeah.
Rather than Latino.
Although interesting.
Because like I can go into a space and everybody can be Latino. If they're all straight, I may not feel as comfortable as I am in an all gay environment, whatever. Yeah.
Okay. But what if you entered and they were all white gays? You would be okay?
I would feel uncomfortable probably still, but I know like I'm not going to be hated on. I think I'm more scared of being hated on because I'm gay rather than being hated on because I'm Latino.
I think it's a response. I think because you've been in San Antonio this whole time, you haven't had to deal with actual racism in places
that's exactly what I think too. That's why I think I put gay first because I'm just a little bit more scared of being hate crimed essentially. Yeah. For being gay, not being Latino.
Yeah. For me, I think it showed up more in different places in every aspect of my life. Like I feel racism everywhere. In every aspect of my life. So unfortunate. But it just means that there's a reaction that I have too, right? Yeah, and because of that, I think because when I first started going out in DC and being around the gay community in DC. Oh yeah. And there's a stark difference between the white gays and Latino gays, in that space and gays of color in general. But I think that's probably where mine comes from, is because I know so many. I've known there are a lot of white gay men who are white men at the end of the day and will let you know that no matter what.
That's what they're
and with, for me, I think mine is just like I don't want to be associated with that. And I think as I get older, it gets worse. I get more demanding about that I don't want to be associated with that.
Got it.
Gay men, white gay men.
And you. Okay, I see what you're saying on that sense. So you would rather, that's where you want the Latino side to like show first and foremost.
But that's just where it does, though.
Yeah,
that's where it does for me. I identify more. I have more in common with Latinos in general than I have with gay men in general. Now, if they're white gays, if they're Latino gays, I'm gonna have more in common with them because they're Latino gays, right?
That's gonna be my safest space.
We both watch Miss Universe. We both like Selena. You know what I mean? There's things that we have in common, and we experience the machismo the same way or in a similar way, and sort of
we all have the same trauma.
Yeah, those sort of things that are more common in Latino community. You have more like Catholic guilt, things like that happen more common, right? Yeah. But for me, I think I find it really hard to find what I have a lot in common with white gay men.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Again, I think mine just is more so of like the environment I grew up in. Yeah. Where it doesn't.
Well, you're right. UT, that's like the mecca of white gays.
I guess so. But I was also still like finding myself.
Yeah.
In college.
Yeah.
And then I also found my husband at that point in time. So I was like,
yeah.
Although I did where he went to school.
What?
Ciao.
What?
That's where I first experienced racism.
Really?
Yeah.
At Texas State?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I was like, I can't be here.
Yeah.
I can't be here.
I think you were in a much more progressive environment at UT.
Yes. And that's why I was like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
So I hated going.
Wow. All right. Well, we'll go into New Year's sort of right after this. All right. So this is the last segment of the last episode of this last set for the JK But Gay show in general. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of us.
I'm so proud of us.
But I want to talk about New Year, New Me, because people say it every year and I love it. But before we do that, thinking about this year, how did you do with your goals? Do you like how you ended up this year?
A lot of ways, yes. But I think one of the biggest ways was no. And that's more of just like me, my body, all of that stuff. I look at me sideways, but like I feel like
I'm looking at you sideways because you look the best you've ever looked.
I really don't feel it.
It doesn't matter what you feel. I think it matters the way you look. Don't you know that? We're gay men. It doesn't matter how you feel. I hope you feel like shit, but you're gonna look amazing. No, I'm kidding. I get what you mean.
No, but
even your flexing picture, you never would have flexed it like that.
I know. I don't even like to flex that much. And I'm
meanwhile, he's talking about his Explore page. All flexes.
Gosh. Literally, it's just yeah, beautiful men. But no, I think I did fairly well. A lot of it has. I'm trying to think like what were my goals. Reading books was one of them. So that
reading books.
Reading. Reading. What did I say?
I heard breeding.
Sorry, go on.
Damn.
Oh gosh. Episode over.
That was my goal of the year.
Done. No, reading more books. Kind of did that. Financially for Roger and I, and then the new house was not in my 2025 bingo card, but here we are. Yeah. So that was a huge success, and I do take that as far as like a goal. I was like, I'm gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
And what else did I have? I'm trying to think like what else, but while I think about it, what about you?
You left something big off. But wait. Let me finish. Let me do my thing. So for me, my goals, I always make goals at the beginning of the year and they most of the time don't turn out anything like I want them to be. And it's usually just have a more successful year than I did before.
Yeah.
But this year, a lot of things happened at work. My job went through a lot of transitions. And so this year, when it comes to things like work, I'm just grateful.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful that I'm here, that I'm employed.
And you still did the damn thing.
Yeah. So I'm sort of lucky there. I think I had a lot of fitness goals and my fitness goals sort of transitioned because I made the show such a huge part of my life, but this was never a part of my goals.
This wasn't.
And to like look back and say, oh my God, we did the damn thing this year.
We did.
Because it takes a lot of work. I know we make it look easy, but it takes a lot of work. We are constantly working on the show. We like I said, we develop, we write, we do everything ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been one of the most exciting years. Like I didn't travel as much as I usually do, but mainly because of work. I wasn't traveling like I usually do for work. So I think for this year, the biggest lesson that I'm teaching myself is to just be grateful for where I am because of the goals that I created for myself didn't take into consideration the environment that I was going to be living in.
Yeah.
And I did a damn good job because of that. So I'm thankful for myself.
You did.
Yeah. You left off the show though.
I know. I did.
He hates it, y'all.
No.
He hates it here.
That was actually part of my my Thanksgiving like
it was we had
thankful what I was like
I didn't even think about it, remember?
Yeah, I was super and like the show itself it made me do something that I had never done before, getting out of a comfort zone, and I really appreciate that, like that I did let myself do that. Excuse me.
I never would have, again, I say it all the time, but I never would have imagined you doing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Neither I would never imagine.
And for it to be that easy. For it to be that easy. But what I mean by that is I know it's hard for you, but there are a lot of things that you just let like water off the duck's back.
Yeah.
There were some moments we had, and maybe you're just not sharing them, but I think that you handled it really well.
Yeah. Oh, I think I may not like tell you. I think I told you the very first time, the very first episode when I was like, we had something after, I think it was like a Broadway show, and like I couldn't even focus because I was like so anxious. Did I tell you about that?
No.
I thought I did.
No.
I could have sworn I did. But I remember feeling like after the first show, I was like, did I say anything wrong? Like, is anyone going to think is anyone going to think differently of me? Like, it was a whole thing. And I remember we had a Broadway show afterwards and I could not focus in that show.
What show was it?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember. It was in May.
Wow. You know what's funny though is that once we started though, you're talking about when we released or after we recorded?
The very first time we recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, it was that. It wasn't even the release.
Got it.
The release day, I remember being like excited for it.
Got it.
But
I feel like you did a really good job of
thank you.
Not like allowing yourself. And we was just so fast. We were doing weekly episodes. Out.
Right.
So it was like boom, boom, boom. And by the time it was like, all right, we're good.
Right. After that, I was like,
And we had different moments with the shows though, with the show.
Yeah.
Like we had barely starting.
Yeah.
Where if we messed up, no one really noticed. We weren't getting, and then we got like viral on certain things, and then it becomes bigger and it grows. And yeah. So one of the things I wanted to ask you though is that what are your goals for 2026?
You know what? I haven't even thought about a lot of them.
Yeah.
I do want to. So going back to like I did read more often this year, but I want to read even more because like there were I kind of equate like reading with like slowing down.
Oh,
like slowing myself down.
Yeah, because you're a slow reader. Reading is slowing down because it just takes me so damn long to read. Damn, I haven't got to do that this episode, so I was like, you know what?
You haven't got to read me yet.
Right. I've been too nice to you.
But right, I'm like, is this a new year, new you?
Right. You're all anxious, waiting for it to come.
Right. I'm like shaking.
Something bad's going to happen. I just know it.
I need to like knock on some wood right now. Okay.
Right.
No, but like, because I tend to like not sit down and like reading really forces me to be like, take a chill pill, bro. Like, not bro.
Not chill pill.
My bad. Just relax.
Do you know what that means? You know why that's funny?
No.
So it's like people who have like anxiety.
Right.
It's not the most appropriate thing to say because it's like, just go take a chill pill. Like, you're like, no, it's my fucking Xanax. Oh. Like at work, they say it like chill pill. That's why it's like, you can't say that at work. You're not supposed to.
Oh, I mean, I don't say that at work.
Yeah.
I have anxiety, so I'm like,
right. You're like, I can't use a chill pill. It's like me saying faggot.
So then I can.
Right.
So then I can't say it. But no, like reading
relax.
I just need to learn to relax.
Actually, no, you need to learn how to sit the fuck down is what you need to do.
That's what I really do. Oh, actually 2025, one of our goals was like to like get massages. And I started doing that. I started doing that fairly often, like at least once a month. But then we got a new house and like money wise, I just wanted to make sure we were good. So I do want to get back on that train of like take a spa day type of deal.
Yeah.
Every so often,
self-care,
once a quarter, whatever the case is. Exactly. That's always one. I definitely want to get back into my, maybe not get back because I feel like I am working out, but like more of the eating side because I eat whatever the hell I eat whatever I want. Yeah. I'm lactose intolerant, but I eat cheese. I do eat healthy, but like I'll
you eat whatever you want.
I do.
What happens when you ate too much grease last night?
You mean 3 weeks ago?
They don't know. They don't know when it was. You just had greasy ass tacos last night.
Honestly, my body literally rejected it.
Yeah.
Much later, and I was like, "What is happening?"
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with this shit.
So the food part.
Just being better, like but it's so hard because like
we're also in the holidays, so like give us
that too.
Wait till New Year, New Me, you'll be fine.
I know. It's not. Yeah, I guess I
just
should.
Want your ring. Look, see, Jake wants to be just like me. See, you got the same color. He put it on the same finger. Jake wants to be just like me. In case you guys don't notice.
Look, like we're like the same person.
I know. With the watch and everything.
I know.
I mean, you have the watch much longer, but
yes. So you want to be me too. He wants to be verse, y'all.
I do want to bottom more. That's in my goals for 2026. So yeah, maybe I do want to be with you. No, I'm kidding. But for me, for 2026, I think there are a lot show based. A lot. I think
that's definitely one of my intentions.
wanting it to grow in a way that's manageable. I think we did a good job of managing it. I think we didn't overwhelm ourselves. I didn't feel overwhelmed. There were times I felt overwhelmed, but I was like, doing it for myself. I was doing it to myself.
Same.
But being more like regulated in that sense. I think another big part of that is getting back in the gym, because this has been my worst year of fitness probably in the last 4 or 5 years, which is funny because the first half of the year was the best year of my fitness. Yeah. And so I think it has to do with the show. I tell myself it's the show. I would tell myself like, I can't go at 6 'cause I have to post at that time. There's certain things I have to do.
Right.
And so being able to do both is my next goal, is being able to maintain and still grow the show while also managing my sort of fitness journey and myself. Because I think I do a really good job anyway of just kind of figuring it out. But I really want to focus on that for the new year, because I've been working out for so long that my body's at a point where I can really start to grow. Remember I told you, like you're really starting to see the results of the gym because it's years of consistency.
Right.
So, but the food, I did a really good job with food. So I want to just make sure, a lot of it's like maintaining, make sure that I'm still doing that. I'm maintaining. And then with work, I think just, continuing to evaluate myself and keep growing and see where I go next, because I am doing things at my job now that I wouldn't even have imagined doing a year ago. And so just allowing myself to evolve. But we're going to do the show's going to be a big part of my goals for next year, because we were planning a lot of changes.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. That escaped me, but that is definitely,
I'm telling you, he hates being here. He hates it. If anybody wants to be the Jake to my K,
you have to have a name that's just Jake.
What would you do if I did the show without you? Like if we had a disagreement, I absolutely would never do that. But what would you do? That would
crush me, to be honest.
Oh,
I'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I wouldn't be able to do it without you. This is a JK thing,
right?
Yeah,
we're here to say
there's no K without J, without J without K.
That's right.
When it comes to the show,
yeah. And I think also for 2026, that's something that I really want to be more intentional on. Of like, I mean, now that I know, like we have like these are going to be goals that I have, because in 2025, like I didn't have them because we didn't even talk about it until January.
Something that we need to do, both of us, is capitalize on our popularity right now. And
I wanna be
capitalize on the benefits that come with that. And I don't mean this, but I don't mean like we're popular. It's like things about like how we can grow the show. Using that and reaching more people.
Exactly. Doing that. Like merch has been a thing on my mind.
Oh recently. My God, you love merch.
And I love merch.
So it has to be something people would use.
Right. Butt plugs.
No. But my mother watches this show, Jake, religiously.
Okay, now that we had our little laugh.
Yeah, our camera died because of how inappropriate Jake was just now.
We're gonna get appropriate merch. Should we go down that road?
Yes.
But that is definitely like a goal that I want to have as far as like the new year and just new adventures for us as the show itself.
Go on.
No, but that's definitely something that I'm really looking forward to for 2026.
Oh, merch.
No, the show itself.
Yeah.
Like the show, like growing the show, leaning into our popularity.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to roll into our Don't Piss Me Off?
Why don't you get us started with Don't Piss Me Off?
Yeah, so Don't Piss Me Off for anybody that's watching for the very first time. This is our segment that we have, and we end the show with just about something that pisses us off about the topic. So new year, new beginnings. This is something that something that pisses us off about the new beginnings and New Year's. You want to go first?
I can go first.
You go ahead.
Yeah. So for me, I know at the top of the year that gyms are going to be really busy. Y'all give people a break. Like there are a lot of people that need new beginnings and need time to go to the gym and start. I know it's inconvenient, and I know there's going to be a lot of people at the beginning of the year, but everybody has to start somewhere. And I used to be one of those people that would say it every year, and then it became a part of my habit and part of my everyday life. So I'm just saying, be nice to people as we're getting closer into the new year. If your gyms are busier, it's okay. It's fine. Everybody's on their own journey, and just let them do their thing.
I need to listen to that, because I am definitely that person where I'm like, why are there so many people?
Yeah, but you used to be that person who was new. No, who was new to the gym.
No, for sure. We were all there. So definitely, yes. I just need to.
Damn, now you turn around. We were all there.
I need to be better. Well,
you're so competitive.
No, it's because something that I've already talked to about with Roger, of like, we got to get ready. Like there's probably going to be more people here at the beginning of the year, because our gym is a newer gym. Mm-hmm. So there's not as many people here, or there's not as many people at the gym part, because there's gym and classes.
Yeah.
And we love that.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like preparing myself, because I do get annoyed, but I'll be better. I'm going to have you in my mind.
Okay.
January 2nd.
Yeah. What's yours?
So for me, don't piss me off by saying that someone who wants to start a new year, new me transition or resolution or whatever, don't piss me off by telling them that they can't. or like that. Don't be their demotivator on why they shouldn't utilize the new year the new year to start something new. I know for me, like I'm definitely that person of sometimes the new year is not the right time for me. Like if it's not, it is a very good indicator of like, okay, this is something like, here's a new year, try something new.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Try it out. But don't be that person that's like, oh, it's just like a phase. Like they're going to get over it in like a week or so. But
yeah, just be motivational, be nice to people.
Yes.
But yeah, so thank you everybody for a phenomenal year.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, for coming along the road with the journey with us. And we'll be back in the new year. We'll come back with exact dates, but it's going to hopefully look completely different.
It will. It's going to be a brand new studio.
Yeah, but in the meantime, make sure you're watching the episodes all over again. I'm sure there's something you missed.
Yes.
But thank y'all. We'll see y'all in the new year.
Happy New Year.